On the tube, trainee driver Terence handles the train for the first time.
Okay, that's where the braking starts.
Here's your coast.
Okay.
And 60-year-old Keith does it for the last.
Hit me one more time. Lovely, innit?
With over 500 trains running every day, London Underground need a lot of drivers. In fact, they have over 3,000 of them, and every week another one begins on the network. Today, Terence Makubika from Zimbabwe is applying for the post of train operator. With 12 lines to choose from, Terence is keen to start on an up-to-date line like the Jubilee.
Jubilee line will be the best. Well, second priority Central line, maybe Piccadilly line. The district line, the trains are too old now.
If you want to pop your headphones on.
It costs the Underground up to £18,000 to train each driver, so Terence has to go through a barrage of tests to make sure he'll be up to the job. After that, it's straight into the classroom for the start of an intensive 17-week course.
When you're using the traction brake control, this is your way of controlling that traction.
But the first hands-on experience of trains he gets is slightly underwhelming. This model railway is designed to operate just like the real thing.
It gives you the practical of what you need to know, but it will never be the same as being on the train itself.
And that overlap is related to what signalling section?
This one, A131.
Yeah, it's related to 131. And then what speed are we going to move forward?
I just want to be in front of the train. If they can just cut out the train, say go on the train, that is what I'm waiting for.
Once qualified, drivers are overseen by people like duty manager for trains, Andy Hogg.
I've got the big hat on today and the big stick to hit anyone that's not doing what they're supposed to do.
Today, he's checking his driver's speed over a piece of track which has a 20-mile-an-hour limit.
What we've got here looks like a common or golden tuning fork. And in fact, it is a common or golden tuning fork, but it's a very specially machined one. What it does, when you hit it and it rings, it gives a 65 mile an hour reading on the piece of kit. Here we go, good 65 miles an hour. And now we simply wait for our first victim. There we go, 19 miles an hour. In a 20 zone, so I think that's quite acceptable. Yeah, I was a driver on a district and a Northern Line before that. And no, I didn't get caught speeding because I never had this equipment. There's a certain amount of leeway. You've got a 10% buffer zone, if you like. Over that, it really depends on the level of speed that the driver's doing above the speed limit. Ranging from anything from just a little word in their ear, watch your speed, through to formal disciplinary action if a driver is speeding excessively. There we've got one, 24 miles an hour. Yeah, okay. Which is over the buffer zone, is over the 10%. So he knows his speedometer would have showed he was going about 20 miles an hour. But that's not fast enough to warrant disciplinary action. So when we see the driver concerned, we'll just have a little word in his ear to say, watch your speed, I don't want to see that again.
As a driver, experience counts. And there's no more experienced driver on the Metropolitan line than 60-year-old Keith Tibbles, who began on the Underground aged 15.
My father said to me, you ever come on London Underground, I'll kick your backside. I said, you better kick your backside, I'm starting tomorrow.
His father worked for 24 years on the Underground, and Keith started as a boy porter at Amersham.
I remember my first day. Steam train came into Amersham. The driver said, there's something bouncing underneath, he says. And we got down and had a look, it was somebody's head. So I broke in gently.
The world's first underground railway, and originally steam, the Metropolitan line was only electrified past Rickmansworth in 1961.
When you're a kid, you get that smell of steam in your lungs, you know, and it never leaves you. It never leaves you, and you smell a steam train, you oh, lovely. It's great.
But a million miles away from the world of steam is the Northern Line's high-tech tube simulator suite. Costing over £4 million, it's about to put Terence and the other trainees through their paces.
I can hear an alarm in the background. Have you got any problems there?
On the simulator, you know, you have people who are going to put each and everything that can go wrong for you there. This makes me more nervous than being on the train itself, trust me.
Come on then, my friend.
Right, okay.
I'll set him up and see.
Don't listen to him.
As Terence is starting his training, Keith is coming to the end of his career. He's retiring today, and after 44 years of service, is about to drive a train for the last time.
All the characters are gradually going over the years. We were just saying this morning how it's only 4 generations ago that the Metropolitan Railway started. So if you think of 4 people that were doing the same amount of service as Keith has done, that's when it all began. So it's quite a historical moment in a way. You're going to be missed, Keith, you know that.
Your last trip?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Enjoy yourself.
See you.
See you.
Hit me one more time. Lovely, isn't it?
Stand clear of your doors, please, ladies and gentlemen. This train is now ready to depart. Stand clear of your doors. It really seems as if I'm driving a real train. You know, saying the things on the simulator and the sounds, they're just original. I've got an MCB tripped. Something just happened on my train. Oh my God. I've got a defect. If this happens in the real world when I'm driving the train, this would be just too much for one shift.
Oh, I love the Met, yeah. Well, it shows, doesn't it? I'm the longest serving chap on the Met. 44 years and 7 months, which is a lifetime. Ooh, gulp. Fast Baker Street train, calling Harrow on the Hill, Wembley Park, Fitzhugh Road and Baker Street only. Stand clear of the doors, please. Well, a bit sad in some ways because it's an era, isn't it? Dinosaur, anyway. You've got to go with modern times, but I can't. I can't move on. And when something comes along new, we don't like it. I still reckon the old way's the best.
Can't remember what the speed limit is, so I might be going over the speed limit.
Oh, he's going a bit fast now, though.
No,
So I'm checking on my monitors to see if everything is clear when I'm approaching the platform.
No, there we go. Oh!
I'm going too fast, I'm going too fast. I've overrun the platform.
Drugs and alcohol, people.
Yeah, controller, I am at Woodside Park Station at the moment. I've overrun the platform with half car's length.
Right, okay, if you can remain there, I'll get the station supervisor down to check the situation out.
One of the naughtiest things to do to overrun the station, I have to make a PA to my customers. I don't know what I will say to them, because I know they're not very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize about the situation. I have not been able to stop at the previous station due to a station overrun. Once again, I do apologize. Thank you very much. This is not a very good situation, because I know customers are not happy now.
What can you do then?
There's nothing much I can do, just continue. As long as I don't get out of my cab, I'll be safe. Because if I go back in there, then I'm done.
if I had £1 for every time I run up and down here, I'd be a millionaire. I wouldn't need the lottery. This is Baker Street. This train terminates here. All change, please. Will you make sure you have all your belongings with you when you leave the train, please?
Did you remember to stow it as well?
Yeah.
Give me another train. Give me another train. This was the problem with the brakes. The brakes are weak on this one.
Remember saying a bad workman always blames their tools.
That's right. Push them in. Oh, me aching back.
With Keith's old-fashioned ways, it's been hard to keep up in a high-tech world. One of the most technologically advanced parts of the underground is inside the central line control room, where signalman Bob Yeldon works.
I would compare this controlling our line as an air traffic control room. Air traffic controller knows what's going on in his airspace. We know what's going on our line. Right.
But Bob is also a traditionalist at heart.
I'm not really one for the high-tech stuff. I prefer the low-tech stuff. You can get in, you can get your hands dirty, and at the end of the day, you know exactly what you're doing. I personally am a preservationist. It's a world apart from here.
He loves nothing more than restoring rusty old underground trains, and in the corner of a depot in Acton lies one that has brought out the train spotter in him.
It is a unique loco. It used to be a passenger train, and they took the passenger saloons away and then pushed the two ends together, and this is what you've got. If it went to a one-way trip to Booths of Rotherham for scrapping, where it would come back in probably 6 months' time as baked bean cans, that's not what we want to see.
So Bob and his team are saving the locomotive and moving it from Acton Depot to their own private siding in Epping. But transporting 45 tons of locomotive around the M25 is no mean feat.
The last time I saw it, there was half a tarpaulin over it, buddleia growing through it, and it's just left there forlorn and lonely. Got it. There you go. Piece of London Underground history. Excellent. Chuffed.
Trainee train driver Terence is about to take his first exam to find out if he'll finally be able to get into the front seat of a Northern Line train.
Today is Judgment Day, if I can say. We are doing our final assessments, practical ones. So it is not an easy day today.
If he doesn't pass, it could be a 6-month wait to retake the test. So he can't afford to fail. Trainee train driver Terence is nervously waiting to take a crucial practical exam. Passing it will ensure he can start driving in a real Northern Line train.
I think I need a drink.
You mean coffee?
Yeah, I mean coffee. Yeah. Right, the moment of truth. I will see you after 10 minutes. Thank you.
All Keith has to worry about is clearing out his locker.
Never looked at half of this, sir. Timetables, 90, what's that? 1988? Blooming heck. Look at that, mate, the old guard's bar. It used to be on an A60 guard bar. I've kept that. It's gone a bit rusty now, but that was bright chrome. That was. And they were doing away with it, and I thought I'll have one for a souvenir. Like the old guard's bar. Hey, that takes you back, doesn't it, eh?
Okay, so I'm just going to check the paperwork through and I'll be out in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Wow. Don't ask me anything. It has been really, really difficult. Oh God, I don't know how I done. I don't know how I did.
And you stuck to all the procedures, so I'm happy to say you attained the standards.
Thank
Well
you
done.
very
Well
much.
done.
Wow.
So it's a lot of hard work, but pays off in the end.
Thank
So well
you very
done.
much.
Terence is celebrating, and today, so is Keith Tibbles, who's having his retirement party after 44 years of service.
What's the matter, mate? What's the matter? So showed up your camera. Take a Stevie, babe. Hello. Oh, mate, you better now? Oh, good. I never knew I was so popular. Must be the jokes. He said, have you heard this one? A horse goes into a pub and he says, what a long face.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in there.
Yeah, they're all there.
The Underground's network manager, Andy Barr, is there to see Keith off.
It's been really, yeah, it is. It's been good working with you. Yeah.
Even though I'm upset you?
Even, Keith, you've never upset me. Not much anyway. How many years you got in? 40?
44.
44. And I've got 38.
He's only a boy.
39 in September.
Boy.
And facing his very first day in the cab of a 160-ton Northern Line train is trainee driver Terence. This afternoon, he'll get to drive for real, under the watchful eye of instructor John Scott.
We're stepping in, train 040.
Once you get your pilot light round, push it forward and away we go. Now you're actually checking the train out of the platform and checking the signal and seeing where you're going at the same time.
Right. Well, sounds fairly easy.
I guarantee once you sit in this seat, you won't want to get out. You won't want to get out. Away you go. But you're always going to have someone run up exactly like that. You're always going to leave somebody behind. It's the way of life, I'm afraid. I say, you're your own boss. This is your office. So if you're in your office, it's what you make it.
That's right.
And if you're good at your job, your train crew manager will never know your name.
I can do it. You can do it. If you can do it, I can
Anyone
do it.
can do it.
I reckon that Keith has driven about 1.25 million miles, okay, or about 2 million kilometres on a Met train.
I don't know where the rest is.
Right? Right? And if you think about that in context, that means that if we could do it, he's probably driven a Met train around the equator 50 times.
It took me 6 months, but I've done it. Only because you, Mr. Tibbles. It's in the box. I actually counted the matchsticks. It was 3,502.
Wow.
That choked me more than anything, John making me that. Oh, God. I nearly burst into tears. You can feel the love, you know, everybody loves you, even the jokes.
Well, that's it. I'm going for a cup of tea.
Right.
It's your seat. It's all yours. Go on, sit in that seat.
Let's have a feel. Right.
So check your signal's green.
Signal is green.
No passengers getting off. Leave that alone for a minute.
Right.
Your doors. How do you shut your doors? Press the close button.
Close the doors.
Close the doors. Wait for your door visual. Hand on the controller. Twist and push forward. As far as it will go. You can't break it. Push it forward.
All right.
You can't break. I told you can't break these things.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just keep going.
That's fine.
That's it. But keep an eye on your speed.
Which is going 30, a little bit.
35, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going uphill. Now you're still motoring. Yeah?
Okay, that's where the braking starts.
There's your coast.
Okay.
There's your brakes.
I
Feel
see.
your brakes?
Yeah. Yeah.
See how you can hear and feel them applying.
Now you can feel them applying.
Yes. So
braking.
now you brake it down a bit.
Okay.
Not too much.
All right.
Because you're looking for the stopping mark on the end of the wall there on the left hand side. That's it, you're on the
Stop
stopping mark.
yeah.
So bring it back,
Wow.
let it go.
Let it go.
Other side.
Ah, that's on the other side where?
Right, that's it.
Ah.
Yeah. So now you're looking at passengers on and off.
On and
Make
off.
sure they stop doing it.
Yeah.
Check your signal.
Signal is green,
Green.
as I can see.
Shut
So
your
I'm
doors.
ready to go now. Ah, man. I thought it was going to be difficult. No, it's not. I'm having a time of my life. Because it is the moment that I've been waiting for, you know. Though I'm not driving full time, it's an experience. It is an experience, trust me. That's just been my dream for the past, I don't know, past 1 year to 2 years. And now I've done it. So hopefully it's going to be the same for the next 20 years or so. Or for the rest of my life, you never know.
A honeymooning couple managed to win Jane over tonight in a bid to make their flight. But what works for some doesn't work for others, it would seem. For battles at the boarding gate, tune in to Sky Real Lives for Airline at 8 tonight.